is traveling from Delhi to Kolkata by his personal jet. He is amazed to view the ground that is crisscrossed by bluish water bodies at various places. He recalls the physical map of India and tries to figure out the bluish water bodies. Which is this river with such an amazing view? This is the mighty Ganga. He notices various small streams flowing from different directions coming together to join the main river. He recalls from the physical map that this river originated in the Himalayan mountains, travels a long distance where numerous tributaries join the main river and finally drains into Bay of Bengal. Thus, the area drained by a single river system is called a drainage basin. Ganga Basin is the largest river basin in our country. There are numerous small streams flowing from different directions which come together to form the main rivers. They ultimately drain into a large water body such as a lake or a sea or an ocean. Look at the physical map of India. Can you name the mountain that is located between River Narmada and Tapi? The mountains Satpura divides the two river basins, such as a mountain or upland that separates two drainage basins are called as water divide. The drainage systems of India are mainly controlled by the broad relief features. Thus, the Indian rivers are divided into two major groups, the Himalayan rivers and the Peninsular rivers. Can you name some of the Himalayan river basins? The Indus Basin, the Ganga Basin and the Brahmaputra Basin are three major Himalayan river basins. Name some of the Peninsular river basin. The Narmada Basin, the Tapi Basin, the Godavari Basin, the Mahanadi Basin, the Krishna Basin, the Kaveri Basin are some of the important peninsular river basins. Do you find any differences between the Himalayan and the peninsular river systems? Most of the Himalayan rivers are perennial or they have water throughout the year, but a large number of the peninsular rivers are seasonal, as their flow is dependent on rainfall. How do the Himalayan rivers get water throughout? These rivers receive water from rain as well as from melted snow from lofty mountains. The Himalayan rivers have cut through the mountains forming gorges. But peninsular rivers do not have many gorges, though they have many water divides. The Himalayan rivers have long courses from their source to the sea. On the contrary, the peninsular rivers have shorter and shallower courses. Himalayan rivers perform intensive erosional activity in their upper courses and carry huge loads of silt and sand, but peninsular rivers carry less silt. In its lower course, Himalayan rivers are characterized by river meanders, oxbow lakes, and many well-developed deltas, but peninsular rivers have less erosional or deposition features except the deltas in the river mouths. The Himalayan river basins are much larger than the peninsular river basins. Have you noticed that the streams within a drainage basin form certain patterns depending on the slope of land, underlying rock structure, as well as the climatic conditions of the area? These are called as dendritic, trellis, rectangular and radial patterns. The dendritic pattern develops where the river channel follows the slope of the terrain. The stream with its tributaries resembles the branches of a tree, thus named as dendritic. A river joined by its tributaries at approximately right angles develops a trellis pattern. In what type of rock patterns do you think such formation develops? A trellis drainage pattern develops where hard and soft rocks exist parallel to each other. A rectangular drainage pattern develops on a strongly jointed rocky terrain. The radial pattern develops when streams flow in different directions from a central peak or dome-like structure. The Himalayan rivers have many large and important tributaries. A river, along with its tributaries, may be called a river system. Let us look at the Indus River system. The river Indus rises in Tibet near the lake Manasarovar. Flowing west, it enters India in the Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir, forming a picturesque gorge. Can you name some of the tributaries of the river? The Satluj, the Bez, the Ravi, the Chenab, and the Jhelum join together and enter the Indus River near Mithankot in Pakistan. The Indus flows southwards, eventually reaching the Arabian Sea east of Karachi. The Indus plain has a very gentle slope. With a total length of 2,900 kilometers, the Indus is one of the longest rivers of the world. A little more than one-third of the Indus Basin is located in India in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and the Punjab, and the rest lies in Pakistan. Do you know that according to the regulations of the Indus Water Treaty 1960, India can use only 20% of the total water carried by the Indus River system? Now, let us learn more about the largest river basin in our country, the Ganga system. The headwater of the Ganga or the Bhagirathi is fed by the Gangotri glacier. Bhagirathi is joined to Alaknanda at Devprayag in Uttarakhand. At Haridwar, the Ganga emerges from the mountains and enters the plains. The Ganga is joined by many tributaries from the Himalayas. A few of them are the major rivers such as the Yamuna, the Ghagra, the Gandak, and the Kosi. Which one of these is the right bank tributary of Ganga? The river Yamuna that rises from the Yamunotri glacier is a right bank tributary of Ganga. The river Yamuna meets the Ganga at Allahabad. The Ghagra, the Gandak, and the Kosi that rise in the Nepal Himalaya are the rivers that flood parts of the northern plains every year, causing widespread damage to life and property, but enrich the soil for the extensive agricultural lands. The other right bank tributaries, which come from the peninsular uplands, are the Chambal, the Betwa, and the Son. The river Ganga flows eastwards till Farakka in West Bengal. Then, the river bifurcates and the distributary Bhagirathi Hooghly flows southwards through the deltaic plains of the Bay of Bengal. The main stream flows southwards into Bangladesh and is joined by the Brahmaputra. Downstream, the river is known as the Meghna and flows into the Bay of Bengal. Can you name the famous delta formed here? The delta formed by these rivers is known as the Sundarban Delta. It is the world's largest and fastest growing delta and the home of Royal Bengal tiger. The length of the Ganga is over 2,500 kilometers. Can you identify the type of drainage pattern formed by the Ganga river system? It is a dendritic pattern river basin. Ambala is located on the water divide between the Indus and the Ganga river systems. The plains from Ambala to the Sundarban have a flat topography with just 300 meters of slope for a distance of 1,800 kilometers. Therefore, the river develops large meanders. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet east of Manasarovar lake, very close to the sources of the Indus and the Satluj. Most of its course lies outside India. On reaching the Namcha Barwa peak, 7,757 meters, it takes a U-turn and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh through a gorge. It is called the Dihang there, and it is joined by the Dibang, the Lohit, and many other tributaries to form the mighty Brahmaputra in Assam. In India, The river passes through the region of high rainfall. Hence, the river carries a large volume of water and considerable amount of silt. The Brahmaputra has a braided channel in its entire length in Assam and forms many riverine islands. Can you name the river island in the Brahmaputra that is one of the largest in the world? Yes, Majuli is one of the largest river islands in the world. Every year, during the rainy season, the river overflows its banks, causing widespread devastation due to floods in Assam and Bangladesh. The river also shifts its channel frequently. Now, let us look at the Peninsula Reverse. Do you see any water divide in this region? Yes, Western Ghats that runs from north to south forms the main water divide in peninsular India. In the northern part of the plateau region lies the Narmada Basin that covers parts of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. The Narmada rises in the Amarkantak Hills in Madhya Pradesh, then flows towards the west in a rift valley formed due to faulting. The marble rocks near Jabalpur, where the Narmada flows through a deep gorge, and the Duwada Falls, where the river plunges over steep rocks, are some of the picturesque locations. Another west-flowing river, Tapi, rises in the Satpura Ranges in the Baitul district of Madhya Pradesh. It also flows in a rift valley parallel to the Narmada, but much shorter in length. Its basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. Can you name some more west-flowing rivers in this region?
The main west-flowing rivers are Sabarmati, Mahi, Bharatpura, and Periyar. But there are many other short and small rivers that flow into the Arabian Sea.
Look at the east-flowing rivers in the Peninsular region. Can you name the largest river in the Peninsular region? The Godavari is the largest peninsular river that rises from the slopes of the Western Ghats in the Nasik district of Maharashtra. Its length is about 1,500 kilometers. About 50% of the basin area lies in Maharashtra. Rest lies in Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, and Andhra Pradesh. Because of its length and the area it covers, it is also known as the Dakshin Ganga. Some of the tributaries of Godavari are the Purna, the Vardha, the Pranhita, the Manjra, the Vainganga, and the Penganga. Another important east-flowing river, the Mahanadi, rises in the highlands of Chhattisgarh. The length of the river is about 860 kilometers. Can you name the states that share Mahanadi Basin? Its drainage basin is shared by Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Orissa. Rising from the spring near Mahabaleshwar, the river Krishna flows for about 1,400 kilometers. The Tungabhadra, the Koyana, the Ghataprabha, the Musi, and the Bhima are some of its tributaries. Its drainage basin is shared by Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Another major river, the Kaveri, rises in the Brahmagiri range of the Western Ghats, and it reaches the Bay of Bengal in south of Cuddalore in Tamil Nadu. Total length of the river is about 760 kilometers. Can you name the states that share this river basin? Kaveri Basin drains parts of Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Some of the major tributaries of the river Kaveri are Amaravati, Bhavani, Hemavati, and Kabini. The river Kaveri makes the second biggest waterfall in India. Do you know its name? It is known as Shivasamudram. Beside these major rivers, there are some smaller rivers flowing towards the east, such as Damodar, the Brahmani, the Baitarni, and the Subhan-Rekha. What difference do you observe between the east-flowing and the west-flowing rivers in the Peninsular Plateau? East-flowing rivers are longer and larger than the west-flowing rivers. In contrast to west-flowing rivers, most of the east-flowing rivers form delta in its mouth. Most of the west-flowing rivers are fast-flowing and drains quickly in Arabian Sea, but east-flowing rivers need to cover a long distance to reach Bay of Bengal. Rivers have been of fundamental importance throughout the human history. Water from the rivers is a basic natural resource essential for various human activities. Using rivers for irrigation, navigation, hydropower generation is of special significance in an agricultural country like India. Jill is happy to visit the famous Dal Lake in Kashmir Valley. She is amazed to see the houseboats and shikaras. This place attracts thousands of tourists every year. You may also have visited some of the tourist spots near a lake. What attracts you to visit such places? Various entertainment facilities such as boating, swimming, and other water games attract people to these places. Apart from being a tourist attraction, in what other ways are lakes useful to us? Lakes are of great value to human beings. A lake helps to regulate the flow of a river. During heavy rainfall, it prevents flooding, and during the dry season, it helps to maintain an even flow of water. Lakes can also be used for developing hydel power. They moderate the climate of surroundings, maintain the aquatic ecosystem, enhance natural beauty, and provide recreation. India has many lakes. These differ from each other in the size and other characteristics. Most lakes are permanent, but some contain water only during the rainy season. In which places do you think we can find lakes which have water only during the rainy season? The lakes in the basins of inland drainage of semi-arid regions contain water only during rainy season. A saltwater lake in Rajasthan, the Sambhar Lake, is such an example. Its water is used for producing salt. How do you think lakes are formed? Some lakes are man-made. Some others are formed as a result of the action of glaciers and ice sheets. Some are formed from tectonic activities such as volcano or earthquake, while the others have been formed by wind and river action. Thus, a meandering river across a floodplain forms cutoffs that later develop into oxbow lakes. Spits and bars also form lagoons in the coastal areas. The Chilika Lake, the Pulicat Lake, the Kolleru Lake are some such examples. Most of the freshwater lakes are in the Himalayan region. They are formed when glaciers dug out a basin which was later filled with snowmelt. Dal Lake in Srinagar is such an example. On the contrary, the largest freshwater lake in India, the Wular Lake in Jammu and Kashmir, is the result of the tectonic activity. Bhimtal, Nainital, Loktak, and Bharapani are some of the important freshwater lakes. Apart from natural lakes, the damming of the rivers for the generation of hydel power has also led to the formation of lakes. Can you name some man-made lakes? Guru Gobind Sagar, Gandhi Sagar, Nizam Sagar, Hirakud, Nagarjun Sagar, Krishnaraj Sagar, Stanley Reservoir, Govind Ballabh Pant Sagar, etc. are some of the man-made lakes. But do the lakes have its previous glory? In the past 2 decades, Dal Lake in Srinagar has shrunk by more than half to 11 square kilometers and lost 12 meters in depth. What do you think are the reasons for such a situation? The mouth of the city's 15 major drains open into the Dal Lake, polluting its waters on a daily basis. The sewage brings with it nitrogen and phosphorus, which has changed physical and chemical properties of the lake water. Moreover, the growing domestic, municipal, industrial and agricultural demand for water from rivers and lakes naturally affects the quality of water. More and more water is being drained out of the rivers, reducing their volume. On the other hand, a heavy load of untreated sewage and industrial effluents are dumped into the water bodies. This affects not only the quality of water, but also the self-cleansing capacity of the rivers and lakes. With the adequate stream flow, the Ganga water is able to dilute and assimilate pollution loads within 20 kilometers of large cities. But due to the increasing urbanization and industrialization, the pollution level of many rivers has been rising. Recall how our health gets affected by polluted river water. How do you think we can protect these water bodies? Concern over rising pollution in our rivers and lakes led to the launching of various action plans to clean the rivers. Have you heard of any such action plan to clean a river? The Ganga Action Plan (GAP) is such an example. The activities of Ganga Action Plan Phase 1, initiated in 1985, were declared closed on 31st March 2000. The steering committee of the National River Conservation Authority reviewed the progress of the GAP Phase 1, which was not very successful. Then, the committee took up necessary corrections for the second phase. The Ganga Action Plan (GAP) Phase 2 has been merged with the National River Conservation Plan (NRCP). NRCP presently covers 152 towns located along 27 interstate rivers in 16 states. Under this action plan, pollution abatement works are being taken up in 57 towns. A total of 215 schemes of pollution abatement have been sanctioned and 69 schemes have been completed so far under this action plan. 1 million liters of sewage is targeted to be intercepted, diverted and treated.